I do this every day, I do this daily, every day I do this.
Guys, welcome to Gustav Jones Vodcast. Today I've got the guys who created NAVIO. How are you guys doing?
Hi, we are doing great.
They're talking from us from Russia and Petersburg, and they say it's around 4 degrees Celsius there, and very, very sunny. So, guys, tell me a bit. How did you get to design the NAVIO board? Where did it all start? Let's begin there, the beginning.
The beginning. I think we need to start with our background.
Yes, okay. That sounds brilliant. Start with your background.
So my name is Igor. I've been doing airplane modeling for almost 10 years. I've been building different kind of stuff, worked with composite technologies, so I was really into airplane models. Then I started making my own electronics, trying to write my own autopilots, working on this. At the same time, I got a degree in applied mathematics, and then I went to work for a company that makes UAVs, mostly working on autopilots, payload integration, and this is where we met with Mikhail.
Yeah, my name is Mikhail, and I have a degree of Master of Science in Embedded Computing Systems, and I've got into the UAV area when I started working in R&D department of micro UAV plane manufacturer, and that's where we met.
Awesome. How long have you guys been working together now?
It's almost 2 years now.
2 years. Now, great. Now, tell me more. You said you studied with flight mathematics. Can you please abbreviate?
I didn't quite get you. It's. Can you please?
Sorry. You said you studied flight mathematics.
Yeah.
Could you please abbreviate on that?
Oh, sorry, it's clicking.
The sound is clicking. Yeah. I can hear the question.
Okay, let me just see if I can. Can you hear me now better?
Yeah, we hear you.
You said you studied flight mathematics.
No, applied.
Applied mathematics.
It's not flight. Applied.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, can you abbreviate on that and how it fits into making autopilots and making where we are now?
Well, I worked on developing different algorithms for IMU and so inertial measurement unit. So I know the stuff about quaternions and this kind of things, and also some guidance algorithms, and something from what I made are now in use and flying. So we've been into autopilot programming, into making hardware, and generally into autopilot project management. So this is why we thought that we can make something by ourselves.
So the day came that you decided now you want to build your own autopilot that's there for the public. What made you decide on that? What was the moment of clarity when you guys decided, let's do this?
As we've been working with microcontroller-based autopilots, we know how much trouble it is to integrate some payload, process, or transfer big data chunk. Usually need some additional piece of hardware to do that. And every time we were integrating something, we thought, wow, that's so easy to do in Linux. Why don't we make a Linux autopilot? And then out of nowhere the idea came, hey, let's make Raspberry Pi autopilot. It's so easy and fun to work with, and it's cheap, and there are numerous of tutorials for it.
Yes, So the support out there in the market is very, very big. So everybody can just get into it and start doing it. It's definitely a good point to forward to. But some people are just thinking that now you're putting this on a high-level processor. So now your Linux operating system starts doing updates or random checks or scans while your flight is in there, and this starts issuing the processing. Starts taking the processing because you've got a multi-processing unit.
Yeah, and of course you have to turn off the auto-update functions if they're enabled. We never...
Virus games or...
we never questioned if we can make it Linux autopilot, because we know a commercial UAV manufacturer that has a Linux autopilot already flying.
Okay. Now, your autopilot, now you decided to use the Raspberry Pi. Why is this that you've used the... Because I see a lot of people moving towards the Blackbone.
Yeah. Maybe BeagleBone is not more powerful than Raspberry, but Raspberry is more supported by the community. That's why we chose the platform.
Okay. Now your first prototype, obviously it looked like a bunch of wires and bunch of boards scraped together and.
No, that's our first product.
That's actually the first board that we manufactured.
Is that the first? So you designed it on what Eagle plans, and then you just said let's print it and see what's going on.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, because actually we didn't want to spend time doing it on breakout boards and stuff, and because we knew what to do. Mostly, we knew which sensors to pick. We already knew how to do PCB design and this kind of things. So we decided just to make a prototype as fast as possible. It's not flawless. We have just launched, I think yesterday, a new PCB with minor fixes and with the MPU 9250 with SPI IMU. And we actually think it should be the release version. So we want to make sure that it's working great and that guys that will receive it, they will be satisfied. So
you say that you want to get something quick and easy. Now, what have you done tests? Because now you've got the car there, and obviously, like you told me offline, that you don't like going in air, but you like to test on the ground where it's safe. And what features have you tested yet so far with your autopilot? Because I know there's still a lot of APM code to be ported to the Raspberry Pi, and you've guys got a couple of people already porting it for you, which you have sent some boards in. Now, what on your own have you got to do with this? Have you done waypoints? Have you done PID filtering? What is the extent of your autopilot at the moment as it is now?
We've been playing with a hardware abstraction layer, and we got almost all parts tested, almost all sensors. We've tested control, and we've been playing just recently, like yesterday, with IMU code. Of course, it's not ready to compile and run, but we are working on it. And yeah, we've sent some prototypes to people that we think could help us develop the APM for Raspberry.
So, and if somebody is watching us and someone wants to participate, we probably will have several more prototypes available for developers. And now we have tested. What we wanted to do is start with just testing that everything is working. So we connected to each chip without using the APM code. We just wrote simple code to test that everything is working. And now we're working on porting the APM.
Now, are you going to also look at writing your own common filter for the IMU? Because or are you just going to use whatever is on the APM side? Because I read on the release notes of the latest release that they've actually upgraded the Kalman filter on the APM, or it's more in the pixel, because they use what they call dual sensors and faster processing and let me get my words together. So, but basically, what I'm asking is, your dual sensors. What are you guys thinking about your system going into a dual sensor environment where the APM code is moving towards? Autopilot or the RD-copter.
So I didn't hear everything, but I hope I got it. So we won't be modifying the code of APM, only the code for the hardware, because it's a bit different. And of course, we will make a great use of all the amazing work done on the project. And we will use the new Kalman filtering IMU because we have plenty of processing power to run it. And I personally watched APM from the very beginning, and I remember what it was, and what it became is really great. So there is an amazing amount of work. I can't even imagine how much is it. So we will support it by adding one more hardware platform with a lot of processing power and flexibility. So.
Okay. Now, production. Have you guys got ideas on production yet? Have you guys got a place to start printing them? Have you started thinking of manufacturing? What's your future plans?
Yeah, we've already set up a company to be able to pay to manufacturers and to work with them. And we are currently developing contracts with manufacturers. And we almost got our supplies of components ready, and that's what.
So basically, here's the part that some of the components that we use, especially the chip that allows the RTK functionality, the GPS, it has to be sourced in large quantities, or we won't be able to make the board competitive. This is why we are planning on making pre-orders on crowdfunding the project, because if we make it in small batches, we won't be able to make it in competitive price.
Yes. I saw on the forum you were talking about maybe $155 or so with the. Is that with the competitive price, or can it go even lower with the crowdfunding?
Yeah, the price is going to be around 160, and we may possibly lower the price if we get a lot of pre-orders.
Okay, so now I've got the pre-orders. Sorry?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell that so that people will be sure that we did it like many times. We did a lot of component sourcing and PCB and PCBA. We know how it works and where could be the delays and this kind of things. So we are quite familiar with it, and it won't be a surprise for us.
Okay, so you just try to get it out there in the market and people start using it and everything. But do you have what about the new Raspberry processing? Will it be able to support that?
Well, actually, there are so many Raspberry Pis sold that we won't be modifying the current version of NAVIO. It will be released as is, and we believe that there is a place for this NAVIO. But in the future, when new processing modules from Raspberry will be available, we will definitely make a bit different NAVIO, and we will make great use of, they have like a lot of peripherals. They have 3 SPIs and a lot of things, so we will be able to make an even better autopilot, and we will make it very compact and in a nice form and this kind of things. So it will fit into an enclosure, and it will be something more beautiful and I don't know, clean, more clean design. This is what new Raspberry will allow us.
That sounds very promising. Sounds absolutely very promising. So now, okay, now back to the porting. I've got another question here. Now, just say a person has got, say, a developer. He says, "Well, I've ported this and this and this code," and then another developer goes and he said, "Now I've ported this and this and this code." How would the process on your side be to get all the developers done? Just say you've got 20 developers working on porting code. How would your process be to ensure that all code goes together, working together, and not overlapping with another developer? I'm not sure if you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm catching the question, and I hope that we'll set up like a community with repositories so people can contribute to, and we'll try to make sure that it's like everything in the whole, and that people can take compiled binaries to work with.
Okay. Sorry?
Yeah, I just said that we'll try our best to keep in touch with all the developers working in this direction, and so we have also sent out some boards to people who want to participate, and well, we will try to keep in touch with everybody who are working.
Okay, awesome. Great. I don't know. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Well, maybe RTK?
Yeah, we wanted to tell about one of our main features. Maybe some people don't know about it, but we are providing an GPS model that is able to output raw data. That allows us, using the Linux platform, to run RTK-lib and process GPS data to achieve centimeter, decimeter accuracies in real time. It requires a little bit of setup, but it's a good thing for mobile platforms.
Sure. So you will able to guarantee that accuracy, or will it be from 5 meters to centimeters?
It's hard to guarantee, but that's hard to reward. It depends on the antenna that you use, signal noise ratios, but we've got a lot of good results, and we did a lot of testing of RTK, and it works.
And so, just want to tell that we have the RTK code up and running on our platform with our GPS modules, and we just need a day to go into the field and make a good video, show how it works. So it will be soon.
Okay. Now, will there ever be space for 2 GPSs, for dual GPS management?
Yeah, it's possible to connect second GPS using UART to USB converters.
Or we have a spare.
Yeah, we have some spare ports, so you can connect GPS there.
Okay, so that wouldn't be any issue. Because I know a lot of people is going for the second GPS because the dual GPS processing will give you that more accurate thing. For even to do aerial photography or something like that, and you're using the autopilot's GPS to geotag photos and whatnot. You need.
Yeah, we know that.
Well, we actually worked a lot with high precision GPS. Different kind of multiple frequency, multiple system, and we did really precise geotagging, like to 10 centimeters of precision. So there are ways of increasing accuracy, but dual GPS it won't allow you to go into centimeters, I think guys are doing it for reliability, but in my experience, well, we haven't experienced any problems with GPS if the design is proper and the antenna is proper, and actually we believe in simplicity, and that we shouldn't overcomplicate the system with multiple modules, because usually this is where problems happen.
Yes, but okay. Now you say problems happen. Like you say now, one is failing, and you're relying on both for input. It's talking about stuff like that. You say
Again, please.
Or are you talking about failover being too complicated for the? Can you please elaborate?
Okay, so no, I'm just talking that we shouldn't like multiply everything.
Just in case.
Just in case, because usually you, I don't know, installing multiple units, it just you will have a mess in your plane. You will need more space, more weight. You can get confused with how works, and these kind of things. But I'm pretty sure that if guys have planned to GPS, they have thought about it, and they have their confidence that this is something needed. Well, you can always connect a second GPS to NAVIO. It's supported by APM code, so if you wish, you can use it. There is another dual sensor, the accelerometer. Well, I think we all have read the post on DIY drones about the release of new APM, and well, the work. Firstly, the work is fantastic, at the moment, we think that there are many uses for the NAVIO board as is with single sensor, but in the future we might considering adding some or adding software workarounds around the described problems, like with sampling frequency. The first idea that came to my mind that we can change the sampling frequency when a problem occurs, because you can do it with this kind of sensors. So there are some software workarounds that we would like to try prior to adding something else to the board. Okay.
That's a very good explanation. I like it. Now, I see on your board you've got your GPS there, and you've got the little what's that wire called? The connector. Anyway, you've got this little wire going to the board, but the wire is only. Will you be doing extension wires where for people that goes like to put the GPS maybe 30 centimeters away or maybe 40 centimeters away from the board? Or will it always be?
You are talking about DF13 connectors, the same on Pixhawk, yeah?
Yes.
So the first thing that they are compatible with the Pixhawk cables. So if you have some, you can use them. And we actually found a supplier, and we think about having them. I'm not sure if they will be included, but this is something we haven't thought about. But we'll carry them, and you'll be able to get them in different lengths and in different pin numbers and this kind of things. And they're already widely available because of the popularity of Pixhawk.
Yes. Okay, and then your board, is it going to a closed license or is it going for an open source license? The hardware.
Yeah, the hardware.
The hardware. We actually haven't thought about releasing it, but it possibly could happen.
Well, I think we definitely can release the schematics and PCB layout. Maybe we'll release it a bit later, just to keep Chinese clones.
Chinese clones out of the market, yeah.
Yeah, we just, they just create like something with low quality, and the things that happen to Pixhawk. At first, I think no, but we consider it. So maybe in a couple months we can do it. It's not a problem. We just need to, I don't know, prepare it for releasing.
Yeah.
Get your business started first before the cloning happens.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's very fun talking to you. It was very educational, and I hope you guys all the best. And then, yeah, I'll be one of your supporters definitely once you guys have a release out.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so thank you for having us, and we really hope that you will support this project, and we really hope that you will like it when it's released.
I reckon a lot of people will. It's a very, very good idea, and I like the platform that you're building it on. It's very, very, like I say, supported by the community, the Raspberry Pi. So I wish you all the best, guys, and then yeah, we'll see you in the future.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.